Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jessica Helms, and I am the Sales Director here at Mutual of Omaha, and alongside me I have my internal wholesaler, Tim Whitmarsh.
Hello.
Today we're going to talk to you about Mutual of Omaha Simplified Issue Product Portfolio, but before we do that, I'd like to thank Dan and OCI for having us on the call today to talk to you about Mutual of Omaha. We're very excited to be doing business with OCI and to be able to promote our products, and it's kind of nice to have someone here locally to be able to go to and visit and not have to get on a plane and have to be travel. So Dan, I thank you, and if you have any questions at the end of the presentation, please let Dan or I know. So with that, Mutual of Omaha Simplified Issue Product Portfolio. As you're aware, Mutual of Omaha has many sponsorships out there, and one of our most famous sponsorships, of course, is the Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom. You can see it on Animal Planet with Stephanie Arney. Jim Fowler and Peter Gross still promote Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, and actually Jim Fowler turned 80 years old this year. So Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom touches home, and I remember watching it as a little girl back in the day on Sundays at 6 o'clock, right before the Wonderful World of Disney. And then if we have any golfers on the phone, you will see Mutual of Omaha on the golf course, on the Golf Channel, if you watch, or even if you have a favorite golf person. I always like to point out our numbers. Mutual of Omaha is a very strong, stable, and secure company. We've been around 110 years. We are here in Omaha, Nebraska, downtown, Midtown Crossing. In 2017, we had a total assets of over $40 billion and a total revenue of over $8 billion. But the most important I like to point out is our life scorecard. In 2017, we provided benefits of over $5 billion to policyholders. We provided over $362 billion of life insurance in force as of December 31st, 2017, and $60 billion of life insurance placed in force by producers like you during 2017. So those are some great numbers. As I mentioned before, Mutual of Omaha is a very strong, stable, and secure company. AM Best, we're an AM Plus, and we take very pride, and we're very proud of our ratings. Mutual of Omaha has been able to stand on their own 2 feet and been able to say that we are a very strong, stable, and secure company. So with that, let's get started. Our simplified issue product portfolio. I want to mention, Dan asked me to concentrate on our GUL Express product today, but I want to mention we have a very vast portfolio of products, and I'm going to touch a little bit on all of our simplified issue products and then end up talking about our GUL Express. The first product I want to talk about is our Living Promise Final Expense product. We have a level benefit plan for ages 45 to 85, basis amount of $2,000 to $40,000. Then we have a graded benefit plan for ages 45 to 80, and the death benefit drops from $2,000 to $20,000. And the risk class on those products are either standard tobacco or standard non-tobacco. Now you're wondering why. So when I say simplified issue, I mean no blood draw, no pyramid exam, no urine samples, and yes to quick issue. That is what I mean by simplified issue. So when you are thinking of one of your clients who needs something fast and needs something quick, Mutual of Omaha's Simplified Issue Portfolio is something that you can go to and you can see if one of our products fits your client. So back to the Living Promise. Real quick, the Living Promise have living benefit plans, living benefits on their level plan. We have the tax-free death benefit to help the family. We have an accelerated death benefit, which is a one-time election to accelerate the death benefit while they are living. If they're diagnosed as having a terminal illness, 12-month life expectancy, or if they're confined to a nursing home for 90 consecutive days and expected to remain confined. Now, these are automatically added to all level benefit policies. And then we have an additional death benefit equal to the face amount if death results from accident, bodily injury, and independently of sickness and all other causes. So those are just a couple of the living benefits on that product. Living benefit, the Living Promise product application has knockout questions, and this is how we know if the client qualifies or not. So, as you see on this slide, if you answer yes to any of the questions in part 1, the client does not qualify and not eligible for this product. But then, if they answer yes to any questions in part 2, they can get a graded benefit that will be available to them. Now, remember, the graded benefit is the maximum death benefit would be $20,000, and it goes up to age 80. So, right away, if they answer yes to any of the questions in part 1, they don't qualify. But if they answer no to any of those questions, either in part 1 or part 2, they qualify. But if they answer no to any questions in part 1 and they go down to part 2 and they answer yes to any of those questions, they get the graded benefit. And then after we receive, since there is no blood, no urine, no pyramid, we do run an MIB, a pharmaceutical check, and we do a random phone interview as needed. Now, this is our #1 sold product here at Mutual of Omaha. So with the name as Mutual of Omaha, the name recognition and everything, the final expense product does very well. So when you're sitting down with grandparents or older individuals who you're talking final expense, normally you will look around and you'll see pictures of their grandchildren. And all grandparents, as my mom, as my parents, love their grandchildren. Mutual of Omaha has a simplified issue product for children, and it's the children's whole life. Again, there's no blood, no urine, no pyramid. The issue ages are 14 days to 17 years. So this policy can insure a child only 2 weeks old. The face amounts are $5,000 to $50,000. There's only 2 health questions on the application, and those health questions happen to be if the child has a heart or circulatory disease, birth defect, or mental development disorder, including autism. And the other question is any other chronic medical condition which has required care within the past 3 years. Those are the only 2 health questions on the application. And the other great thing about this product is that those grandparents that you are talking to on final expense can take out a children's whole life on their grandchildren, and they don't need the parent's signature, except in the state of Pennsylvania. And then, of course, the children's whole life has additional features. It builds some cash value. It has coverage guaranteed at age 100, and it includes a guaranteed insurability rider, and it has a waiver of premium. So children's whole life policy here just mentions what I mentioned. what I mentioned before. Helps to cover the costs associated with unexpected loss. Cash value grows along with the child, and it provides protection for a child's future insurability. If you look at the bottom in red, a 2-week-old can be approved for $50,000 for a coverage for as low as $16 a month. Real quick, the Guaranteed Insurability Rider, we enhanced this rider in this year in January. It used to be the insured could increase their death benefit without the evidence of insurability. Without the evidence of insurability, only 5 times. It was when the client turned age 30, 33, 36, 39, actually 4 times. Whoops, lost some connection here. There we go. But we enhanced that. We changed the ages from 25, 30, 35, and 40, and we added marriage of the insured, if the insured purchases a home, or if the insured has a child, that insured can increase their death benefit up to 5 times during any of those following events. And then, of course, we have a waiver of premium due to the death of the owner. This rider, it's a no-cost rider, waives the premium for one 90-day period if the owner dies while the policy is in force. And then the next product, Guaranteed Advantage. This product is a guaranteed issue product. It's an accident-only product. It is issue ages 18 through 70. The death benefits are $50,000 to $500,000. Again, it's guaranteed issue, so there's no health questions, there's no blood, no urine, no pyramid. It has a return of premium available, common carrier benefits, audio pedestrian benefits. So, and there's no occupation questions, knockouts, or anything. And this also has family coverage. And it's guaranteed renewable up to age 80. And that just shows the return of premium rider at those ages. Sample rates here. And then just we will not pay. Some exclusions are if death results directly or indirectly from disease or bodily inflammatory. As I mentioned, it's an accident-only policy, but for those uninsurable clients of yours, this is a guaranteed advantage. This is a guaranteed issue product. The next product I'd like to mention is our Term Life Express product. The issues are ages 18 through 65. Base amounts are $25,000 to $300,000 for ages 18 through 50, and then again $25,000 to $250 for ages 51 through 65. The term periods are the 10, 15, 20, and 30-year guarantee. But this product, on the 20 and 30-year guarantee part of the product, has a return of premium. Again, as I mentioned, simplified issue, no blood, no urine, no pyramid. There's knockout questions on the application. We run a motor vehicle report mandatory for ages 18 through 35. We do an MIB report, and we run a pharmaceutical report. And then a random phone interview could be done if needed. And then, of course, a random phone interview for ages 61 through 65. Which is a mandatory phone interview, excuse me. One quick thing I want to mention on our Term Life Express product is that we added some living benefits about, I'd say 3-4 years ago. We added on the non-ROP, the 10, 15, 20, and 30-year non-ROP product, we added the chronic illness rider, the terminal illness rider, and the critical illness rider. The ROP product has accelerated death benefit rider, which the client can accelerate 92% of the death benefit with 24 months or less life expectancy. But the chronic, terminal, and critical illness, just to explain real quick what they are, is the chronic illness allows the client to accelerate up to 80% of the death benefit if the insured is unable to perform 2 of the ADLs. If the client life expectancy is 12 months or less, terminal illness, they can accelerate 80%. Or the critical illness, if they have been diagnosed with ALS, kidney failure, life-threatening, cancer, major organ failure, heart attack, and stroke, they can accelerate 80% on the critical illness rider. Just a couple important things to remember on the rider. They're available in all states except California. They may not exceed the 80% of the policy's face amount. The premium amount paid after acceleration is adjusted and based on the reduced face amount, so whatever the new death benefit is. You can have multiple accelerations for the chronic and critical illness. And then, of course, they want the acceleration is it's capped at the IRS per diem, which this year it is $131,400. And this is just a sample of how those work. So John had purchased a $100,000 Term Life Express non-ROP policy and was diagnosed with lung cancer. So if he had a life expectancy of 12 months or less, he can accelerate the terminal illness rider, and that's how it's calculated. Or if he had chronic, or if he was had a chronic or critical illness, but fell into the chronic or critical illness rider category, this is how those would have been calculated. Now he's going to use this money for unexpected bills. So when we send the client this check, they can use it any way that they choose. And then real quick, this product on the 20 and 30 year has a return of premium. So all premiums are returned, waived, including the riders and policy fees. And the client has 2 options. They can take that return of premium and do what they want with it, or they can make a smart decision and take that premium that was returned to them and buy a reduced paid up term policy guaranteed to age 100. And this is just an illustration on WinFlex that shows you how the illustration would show the calculations. So the total premium returned to this client was $24,955.20. If they wanted to use that $24,955.20 to buy a reduced paid-up term life insurance policy, they would have a death benefit reduced paid-up term policy with a death benefit of $61,759.60. And what I mean paid up, they owe no other premiums. It is a paid-up term policy. And then Term Life Express is a convertible product. They can convert to the GUL Express or the Living Promise. They can convert at the level of the term period, or they can convert the policy anniversary following the insured's 70th birthday. And then here's some marketing pieces that are available, and you can call this 800-693-6083 and order marketing materials, and we get them sent out to you. So that brings us to the Guaranteed Universal Life Express product. Again, it's simplified issue. It is a GUL. It is a universal life, Guaranteed Universal Life product that is simplified issue. It is for ages 18 through 65. No blood, no urine, no pyramid. Ages 18 through 50, the death benefit is $25,000 to $300,000, and then ages 51 through 65, the death benefit drops to $250,000. The guarantee period works just like our fully underwritten GUL product. You can dial down between the ages of 80 and 120. We do the same as we run the same reports that we do on the Term Life Express. We do the same on the GULE. The motor vehicle report, the MIB, the pharmaceutical report, and then a random phone interview or mandatory phone interview for ages 61 through 65. You have the knockout questions on the application, just like you do the Term Life Express. So why would you sell the GUL Express? The GUL Express can extend a 30-year guarantee to death for just a small increased premium. It's fast. There's no blood, no urine, no paramit for those clients who don't like needles, for those clients who need something quick and fast and are healthy and can answer all the questions on the application now. And the same application that you would use for the Term Life Express, you use for the GUL. So you have a male age 40 and they want a $100,000 GUL product. So the Term Life Express only goes as most as 30 years. But the GULE goes to age 120. And you can dial that down to 40 years, 45 years, 50 years, 50, whatever the client is interested in. And as you can see on the chart, it's very affordable. And you can go beyond, again, go beyond 30 years. You can guarantee it to age 100. You can guarantee it to age 90, 80, 70. So you can also short pay it. Or on the Term Life Express, you cannot. So for instance, the premium, you want the guarantee to age 100, but you want the premiums to stop at age 90. The premium is $94.33. It's an increase of $1.60. But in the long run, you're saving $10,088. This slide just shows you how you can adjust the guarantee period again. You can carry it out to age 120. You can dial it down to age 100, age 90, age 80. As long as the minimum guarantees are met, the client can choose the guarantee period that fits their budget. And this can be an alternative to the final expense solution. So remember, the final expense were from ages 45 to 85. Now, that only goes up to $40,000 on the level and only $20,000 on the graded. So say you have a healthy individual that's 60 years old, but they want more than $40,000. Turn to the GUL, they can get $50,000. They want a $50,000 death benefit. Well, you see here, for $50,000 at age 62, it's only $184.71. While the Living Promise, it's not available for $50,000. If they're looking for as low as $25,000 death benefit, the GUL Express is only $92.37 when the Living Promise is $114.94. So it's better pricing for those healthy seniors versus the traditional final expense. We have built-in living benefit protection on this. We have the chronic illness rider, which is a built-in rider, and we have the terminal illness rider as well on this product, just like our fully underwritten GUL product. Again, 80% of the face amount that they can accelerate. If it's for terminal illness, 12-month life expectancy, and on the chronic illness rider, if they can inability to perform 2 of the 6 ADLs. So what if the client becomes chronically ill? This is just a hypothetical example of how we calculate the chronic illness rider. The acceleration is an actuarial discount, which is the discount rate, which is the Moody's bond rate at the time of claim time, the life expectancy that is given to them after the claim is been looked at and all the research is being done. And this product also has a guaranteed insurability rider as well. So if the insured gets marriage, adoption of a child, birth of a child, or the 3rd anniversary, and every 3 years after, they can increase their death benefit. It also has a waiver of surrender charges for partial withdrawal liquidity rider. So if one of these events happen, they can withdraw without having surrender charges. Hospitalization, they become unemployed, they're disabled, they have physical damage to their residence of $50,000 or more, and if they have a death of a spouse or a minor dependent. Just to name a few. And then last, here's some very nice marketing pieces that we have available to you for use. I know I'm over on time, Dan. Are there any questions or? Hello?
I think we're good. Thanks, Jessica. If you do have any other questions, you can contact Nick or I at lifesales@oci.com, ociservices.com, or you can dial 402-330-8700. Thanks again, Jessica, and we look forward to working with all of you. Have a great one.
Okay, thank you.